Hey everybody, it's Lydia. I'm here from Divine Health and I wanted to pop by today to chit chat a little with you, hopefully to give you a little inspiration. It is still feeling like the new year, but maybe we're settling into it a little bit better. And I know a lot of people are really struggling, reeling back into reality after the holidays. And it's January, and some places it's pretty darn cold. Like today I woke up, it was 9 degrees. And so that can feel a little overwhelming on top of coming off of the stress of the holidays in some cases. Anyway, I am excited for January, even though it's a little bit feeling like drudgery sort of, because January always feels like a clean slate in a way. I'm not big on, New Year's resolutions, but I am big on goals and kind of like really getting clear on what you want. And I always feel like in January that's so much more possible because it's just like this brand new year. And I kind of want to talk about that a little bit more today because a lot of people are telling me they're really stressed. The holidays threw them for a loop. They lost their momentum with their healthy diet and their supplement routine, and everything else just went to shit, and, feeling bad about themselves. And quite frankly, it's kind of normal. It's kind of normal to have ebbs and flows in life. And I think that when we look at it like it's kind of natural, we don't feel so bad when, we struggle in certain times of the year. However, it's pretty cool to kind of get some rhythm going. And so I feel like this is a time of year where we can kind of all take a moment, remember that stress that you felt over the holidays, and think, what can I do about this for the future so I'm not like totally thrown off and feeling crappy and not having good energy. So I wanted to talk about like daily routine. And I know that sounds really boring and not sexy at all, but it can really help you manage your stress. It can really help you have great energy and make you a lot happier, which, is so important, right? It's so important to be happy. We can't forget that, because when we're happy, it's easier to flow and have energy. So a couple of things for me personally that really help me in creating routine with flow. And when I say that, I mean like structure, but fluid structure, where I'm not like totally a slave to my schedule, but I have boundaries in place that support my health and my mind so that, my day has flow and I'm, not feeling chaotic in my mind, and I'm not stressed out in my body. And I'm supporting my body so that I can have a good energy throughout the day. So a couple of things that I feel like everyone's still not getting right. And they're so simple, but like collectively speaking, as a nation, we are not getting this right. And I'm going to give an example from me, and I know better, so you get to learn from my mistake here. But breakfast. So starting your day out right, getting your day off on the right foot is so huge. It can really make or break your day. And one of the biggies is how we do food, generally speaking, but how we do breakfast. And I realize so many people are like, I don't have time, I gotta get to work, I gotta get da-da-da. So it's like coffee and some quick starchy, sugary, carby thing, right? And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna be rushed, they're gonna feel stressed, they're gonna eat all these carbs, spike their blood sugar, drop their blood sugar, and feel like crap, right? So if you haven't felt that roller coaster yet, then you're doing something right. Lucky you. But Sunday, I got up and I didn't eat breakfast till 1 p.m. OMG. That was not a good plan at all. In fact, there was no plan. The day kind of got away from me. And by the time I ate, I was feeling a little hangry, you know, hungry and angry, irritable. And this is what happens when we're not planning and putting ourselves first. You know, we're letting all the rest of the cares, you know, be more important than ourselves. And I think that we're doing ourselves a huge disservice. And so I just want to encourage you, and this is like huge for me. I talk about this all the time. I share my breakfast all the time. You guys can check out, I don't know if it's below or above, where you see the photos. I have a photo album in here for you of breakfast. There's so many in there. It doesn't have to be complicated, you know, it can be really, really simple. So getting a breakfast in the first hour or two of your day can really set you up for a successful day, because you're going to have better energy throughout the day. You're not going to have blood sugar crashes. You're not going to have crappy mood because your body's like, feed me, you know? So that's huge. And I probably am going to preach that till the day I die, because we all still, you know, live in this busy world, and we put ourselves last a lot of times. So that's a big one. So my first and foremost always is breakfast, because, you know, in order to have a good day, you got to start it out right? So that's a big one, and it's a simple one. It doesn't have to be complicated. So please check out all of my pictures and get inspired with them. And if you're listening live, tell me what you had for breakfast. I'd love to hear. I want to hear what you had for breakfast. So for me, my breakfast today was smoked salmon over baby greens, blueberries, and butternut squash soup. Awesome, so yummy, so easy. Took me minutes to throw it together. I actually bought the soup, I didn't make it myself. There are some really great store-bought options out there that you can get. And, you know, if you're a working person and don't have time to cook everything from scratch, which I used to do, but time is money, man. So, you know, don't feel bad if you have to buy already made food. You know, there's some amazing quality already made food out there for you. All right, so that's your start of your day. That's gonna help get through the day, relieve stress, feel better, right? The other thing is just learning to say no. Like just today, I can't tell you how many things came at me that were asking for my attention, and I just had to go, no. No. And so I think a lot of people want to please others. We like to contribute. We like to bring value to other people's lives. We love to serve. Sometimes even our kids, you know, want a lot more from us than maybe we can be giving. And I think we can say no more. And then in turn, when we're saying no to all the things that are coming at us, we're saying yes to ourselves. And when we say yes to ourselves, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. It's total self-care when you prioritize your day according to kind of what you feel you can handle in a given day, no more. And that's huge. I have to remind myself of this constantly, because it's so easy for me to do more than I can handle. And then what happens is you kind of burn out, you get stressed, you get a little ADD, OCD, all this crazy, you know, conflicting feelings inside, and it's stressful. And then it takes away from your good energy, and then it takes away from the people you love, you know, being able to serve them and love them effectively. And so really self-care is the first step in reducing stress in our lives, and kind of caring for the others in our lives too. So that's something I've written about on my website. I think I have a post called Learning to Say No. If you struggle with this, definitely think about this week and try to come up with some things each day that you can let go of. Just release it. They're not a priority. They're bringing you stress and not joy. So that's another thing, because I feel like a lot of the women who I work with, my clients, will come to me and they'll say 8 million things kept them from doing their protocols and implementing their plans. And I have to tell them, let's get honest here. Did you have to do all those things? You know, like, can we step back for a second and let go of some things and really put ourselves first? Because it's not selfish to do that. In fact, it's selfish not to. So I challenge you, especially the women, because I work with women and I know it's so easy for us to just help everybody else. So don't forget to take care of yourself, learn to say no. So that's the second kind of key thing I wanted to say today, because it's kind of coming up a lot. And then the other thing, and this is kind of food related, I don't always want to talk about food only, but today I feel like this is important to remind you, because I just see so many people making food be last. So like everything else is more important. Like, oh, I have to run this errand and I have to pick up my kid and take him to the dentist and and I have to do this and and there's no time for food. So there's no time to prepare food. There's no time to sit down and eat food. There's no time to even chew your food. So we're in this state of like crazy chaos, and putting our physical needs, like our human needs, like we literally have to eat to fuel ourselves throughout the day, to have adequate energy, to feel good. We're not like robots, we're not cars. We really need to nourish ourselves. And we can't do that on the fly. I mean, we can, and we do, collectively speaking, but it's not optimal for us to really have adequate digestion, good energy, and things like that. So today, I'll just give you a little example of what I kind of do. I plan loosely my week and my meals. So I brought my breakfast to work, so it's gonna last me for a couple days. And I have the ability to cook where I'm at, so I know that's not the case for everyone, but you can do this in the evening. It doesn't take long at all. I just made this breakfast casserole, which the recipe's on my website, so easy. I took a bag of frozen vegetables, threw them in a casserole dish, whipped up some eggs. You can use cream, milk, sour cream, whatever you want. Whip it up, pour it over the veggies with some cheese, and bake it. And while it's baking, I'm doing other chores. You know, if you're at home at night, you're doing the laundry, maybe you're watching an episode of your favorite show, checking up on your emails. But something like that, a casserole, you know, we're talking like a big pan, is great because it makes plenty of servings. So I have this motto: cook once, make enough food to eat more than once. And it saves you a lot of time. So you can still be a busy person and kind of have to eat with this on the fly mentality, but we can do better. You know, we can do better. We can plan a little. We can keep it really simple, but we can keep it real. And these little simple baby steps with just a little minor effort ahead of time can make such a huge difference in your day and how you feel, how your day flows. You know, you're not super uber stressed, like, crap, I gotta get lunch and I forgot to pack it, and okay, now I gotta take a lunch break and go get food, and then you maybe compromise on the quality of food you're getting because you gotta get it fast at some fast food place or other. And, you know, it just adds to the stress of your life. So it took me minutes to do that. So once you kind of have a few ideas like this in place, you can kind of start to flow with it and, you know, incorporate it into your life more regularly, and try it out and tell me that it didn't help you. So many people will say up front, I don't have time. But they never, you know, figure out how to reduce their stress because they don't plan and things like that. So this is all stuff I've said before, probably a million times, and it's all over my website. And it's kind of stuff that I think we all need to be reminded of and encouraged in, because it's so easy to fall into, you know, the bump and grind and getting really busy and not taking a little time to breathe and think about these basic needs we have. So today I was just thinking about all this stuff, and I just wanted to pop in and kind of share some tips and maybe some encouragement. I hope you found it helpful. It's stuff that comes up all the time. I hear it from clients. I see it as I'm out I struggle with it with my family. You know, sometimes mornings are hectic, you know, and if we haven't planned or had some of this figured out, it makes for a really stressful morning and cranky kids who didn't eat breakfast or something. So those are 3 things. Number 1, you know, to help reduce your stress and have better energy, you gotta eat a good breakfast. Please, I'm begging you. So that's all over my Facebook page here. Totally tons and tons of recipes. So please check those out. And then you can say no to all the things that are coming at you for your attention. As well, make sure you think about your daily needs and eating is a priority. Don't make it the last thing on your list to figure out. Don't make it so random and so last minute. And really try to come up with a few ways to strategize to keep it streamlined so you're eating real food, healthy food, and you're keeping your energy up and you're reducing stress. So those are my tips for today. I hope you found them helpful or inspiring. If so, please comment below. I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.